Harry is way out of his depth in Hollywood. Only stars he has had anything to do with were bowing to him as part of the royal family. He is on his own now and they don't care. Every time we think the divorce is a goer-up pop photos of them out and about together. But according to the body language guy, they are photoshopped. So who knows? But he seriously needs to go home to the UK and enter a rehabilitation clinic that actually knows what they are doing. Welcome back to my channel. I know you guys are disgusted with the Sussex couple, and so am I. I'm sure that's also the reason we have the opportunity to meet each other in this video. I hope to receive like buttons and subscribe to the channel to support me mentally. And now, we will discuss today's main topic together. I can see clearly on Harry's face. He looks unhappy because he is unhappy with his life. He isn't making the money that he thought he would in a Hollywood-style life. Meghan seems happy striving to become an A-list actor. She takes every opportunity to get photographed, and Harry doesn't seem happy with this. At the recent Invictus Games, she kept pushing herself forward, throwing kisses and posturing in lots of different clothes worth a lot of money. She managed to get herself in front of a march in a pair of shorts and again throwing kisses, with a huge false smile from ear to ear, and this was crude and completely out of order. She doesn't think of anyone but herself and getting photographed. Her entire stay at Invictus Games was all about showing her in all her different clothes, and this isn't about what the games are about. Meghan does not think about what the injured veterans have gone through to get to where they are and is determined to prance around in unsuitable, expensive clothes with her false smile, throwing kisses when she thinks the camera might be on her. Stupid ex-yacht girl, get down in the gutter where you belong for ruining Harry's Invictus Games. There is talk of getting rid of Harry, and I believe it's because of Meghan's appearance, which belittles the injured guys who have fought tooth and nail to be where they are. I hope Harry stays on because the injured service personnel seem to enjoy him and like his support. Well done, Invictus guys. Shame on you, Meghan. And shame on Harry for allowing Meghan to attend and make an exhibition of herself while taking so much money out of the Invictus funds. Yeah. Everything always got to be about her, and as far as the clothes, she has no taste in clothes. Nothing ever fits right and always needs to be ironed. She's a mess. Besides, I think Meghan is very oddly shaped. That's for sure. Wish she would listen to professional stylists and actually wear clothing suited for her odd proportions. But no, mean Meghan thinks she knows best. Meghan just wants publicity. Meghan is a narcissistic bitch. It doesn't seem to matter who is in her way. They get pushed to the side. She really is selfish and attention-seeking. Do you know that she charged Invictus for her flights? 5-star hotel. And all her clothes to Invictus, and Harry apparently charged a $1,000 attendance fee? Invictus's money is supposed to help and support disabled and injured servicemen and women, not two wannabes who have millions of dollars in their bank accounts. I am so angry with Invictus for agreeing to pay for Meghan's clothes. I wonder if they charge their own charity as well. Meghan does not need to attend, but to her, it was an opportunity to appear before the cameras. She was smiling that wide, false smile she has throughout the documentary and throwing kisses to all and sundry, so she knew there was a camera on her at the time. She managed to get herself in front of a parade of servicemen, women, and smiled, threw kisses, and generally made an exhibition of herself, hugging several people as she waved, took photos of herself with various people. As she cavorted in front of the service folks, she smiled, clapped, and smiled that false wide smile. To be honest, there was no need for Meghan to be there. It probably cost Invictus about $3,000 to $4,000 for her alone, and Harry would have put another $2,000, $3,000 on the bill. In fact, I really don't care how Harry feels, or if he's sick of Meghan or sick of Hollywood. He made his bed, and he needs to lay in it for life. He should be made to stay with the harlot. He should not be permitted to divorce her. If these two remain together, that will save two innocent people of being hurt by them later. Harry is in this mess 200% with Meghan. He's provided most of the bullshit garbage she has slung at the royal family. Harry has always been a jealous, vile, nasty creature. Long before she came along, you only have to remember what a nasty snot he was as a child. The palace spent millions repairing his reputation and rebuilding his image as the fun prince to cover up his vile shenanigans from the past years. His drunken bar brawls the drug-fueled shenanigans, attacking people and destroying personal property. He spent nearly 40 years hiding behind his poor mummy died, and people are willing to overlook his behavior like that's a good excuse. Millions of kids lose a parent every day. They don't have the resources for personal therapists and counselors, etc. that Harry had. Yet they come out on top. Harry chose drugs and alcohol instead of facing and working through his grief like his brother did. Harry was a bad seed from the day he was born. Nothing to do with Diana's death. He's just the royal family's next generation of Prince Andrew. Seems every monarch had one bad seed come through. At least Andrew never attacked his family or the firm. Harry is a disgrace and an embarrassment. His head should have been plucked off at birth and flushed. Can't stand him and never will. His treatment of the wonderful and deeply respected late Queen and Prince Philip sealed his fate with me. Wouldn't piss on him if he were on fire. About Meghan's stool? I know for sure that there is no way she entered into this marriage without getting a full disclosure of what a royal lifestyle was going to require. Royal protocols are held by the royal family, and there is no way she was not aware that was something she either would live by or not marry Harry. She seems to be running both her and Harry to two countries aimlessly. If the burden of royal life was the problem, then a life in Canada and Vancouver Island would be ideal for anyone, especially if they were paparazzi-phobic. They seem to not just be running away from the UK, but running away from themselves, if that were possible. A life in Southern California promises a 24-hour TMZ paparazzi pack. Sounds like Harry is doing any and everything to make Meghan happy, but not sure they will both be happy. The security and PR debacle seems to show a lack of sophistication in both of them. There seems to be an unrealistic expectation for security in Canada and the US. It is exhausting to hear about what they are both up to next. This woman separated Harry from his family as she is separated from hers, with the exception of her mother. Meghan is cold, heartless, and selfish. When you separate a man from his family, it usually ends in tears for you. You simply have to look at the good old days prior to Meghan's arrival. Harry, Catherine, and William were always so happy. Look at them all around each other now. Meghan has hurt the relationship between Harry, William, and Catherine. Sorry, but this woman is toxic. I've said that many times. I was happy for them when they first married. I thought it was wonderful. A true love match. Stupid me. I also thought Meghan's father and sister were just trying to cause her trouble. I actually felt sorry for her. There were some things that conflicted with the image she was attempting to portray of herself, such as leaving her old dog, she purportedly loved, in Canada. Look at the rude way she spoke to servants and the demanding, inconsiderate way she treated her personal staff. However, I dismissed those inconsistencies, little by little. However, she did enough callous, selfish things that few could continue to dismiss them. I now believe her to be a scheming, narcissistic user and social climber. After all the blame lies with Harry first. He's too deluded and stupid to see past much of what's happening to him. Too desperate to stay on his journey out of feeling insignificant. Stubborn to the point of being an absolute fool. If he explains himself more, surely people will side with him. He's taking himself into his own grave, and she's happy to help. He should be. But weed and mushrooms make it all tolerable. He's busy tripping on his past to notice the current. Living in his childhood brain. The man is very mentally unfit to see through the clouds, much less any intellect. Every word he utters now publicly is a record for divorce. She is setting him up. They are very calculated. So, until this moment, he should most certainly not retain this position. This should be dealt with swiftly. He decided to step away from being a senior working royal and become a private citizen and live in California, thousands of miles away. He has shown that he no longer holds allegiance to the crown by his words against it and the UK. He has the audacity to go to the High Court to, for all intents and purposes, demand that his personal protection be reinstated. When negotiations took place for him to leave as a senior royal and this country, he was told then that his personal protection would cease. Yet he is arguing the point once again. He is disrespecting the king and this country right now. How can he retain this position after all that he has said and done and continues to say and do? His lack of loyalty and intent to make good with his family and this country simply shows his exaggerated sense of entitlement. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.